Hello, hello, hello. Hey guys, I'm like a minute, maybe two. I'm like a minute or two early today because I wanted to make sure that you guys can hear me and you guys can see me because I have been having technical difficulties with my phone. So I said, you know what, we're not even going to do that today. We're going to go straight with the laptop, with the iPad rather. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Please like and share, like and share. If you're watching this on the replay, I would appreciate it if you would put hashtag replay. And I'm sitting outside. I live near the airport, so sometimes you're going to hear these planes flying overhead, but that's okay. I'm going to go on and try to tag a few people while I am here today. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for tuning in. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Is everything crystal clear? I appreciate you guys coming on today and being with me. You know, we're on week number 50 today. So that means we just have 2 more to go. So I have been here for 50 weeks, coming on every Thursday at 2 o'clock to share 15 minutes of inspiration with you, and I pray and I hope that you guys are inspired. So if you could put hashtag inspired, put hashtag inspired in the chat, and I would appreciate that. And then that way I can see that you guys are here. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I am excited. I'm always excited to be here with you guys. So I'm going to go ahead on and get started. It is almost 2 o'clock. So if you all don't know, I am Teresa S. McCurry. I am the CIO, Chief Inspirational Officer of Super T Inspires, and I'm also the Senior Pastor of New Beginnings Ministries, and I am also the CEO of Conquering COVID Network, where we offer COVID testing for the community at no charge. So if you're interested in that, please let me know and we will set up something with you guys. Hey, Miss Ellis, thank you for joining, and I am excited that you are inspired. So what I do every Thursday at 2 o'clock, I come on and I'm coming to you out of my book, Running Things, The Resilient Spirit of a Leader. So if you don't have the book, make sure you get the book, because it's a 52-week devotional and we go through the book and we talk about a different topic every week. And today we're on week number 50. So week number 50 is work on your attitude. How many of y'all have ever had to intentionally, like on purpose, work on your attitude? I know I did, and I still do. I have to work on my attitude every day, not every day, every day. I have to work on my attitude. So with that being said, we want to talk about the topic in the book about working on your attitude. So what the quote is, it says, an attitude is almost like a muscle. You can choose to have a good one and find ways to exercise it and make it grow. So with that being said, if you choose to work on your attitude, you can exercise it and make it grow, meaning that you can be intentional about doing things to have a better attitude. Because I know that when I had my salon and spa, I would hire people based on their attitude, not based on their skills. Think about that for a minute. I was hiring people based on their attitude, not based on their skills. So for you all that don't know, I owned a salon and spa in Cleveland Heights for over 10 years. And I had, at the height of my business, I had 23 employees. So when having 23 employees, you're dealing with 23 different personalities. And as you're dealing with these people, I was hiring people that had the skills, but didn't have the right attitude, didn't represent the business in the light that I wanted to have the business represented in. So then at that point, I had to change the way that I was doing my hiring, and I would hire people based on their attitude, not based on their skill set. And I would ask people when I would have an interview with them. At this time, Jerry Springer was very popular, and it was all kind of drama on top of drama plus drama. And I would ask them, do you watch Jerry Springer? And if they would get really excited and talk about how they enjoyed Jerry Springer, that was a definite no for me. That let me know a lot of things about that individual, because if they were watching Jerry Springer, that means that they liked the drama, and then they would be a part of the drama. So my thought was, you know what, no, we're not going to be having nobody up in here that's full of drama. So that was a definite no for me when I was hiring people. If you were a fan of Jerry Springer, I knew that you wouldn't fit in with the work environment that I had created. So when it comes to work, And when it comes to ministry, when it comes to the marketplace, when it comes to organizations, you want to look at people's attitude. So first of all, you want to surround yourself with positive people. Somebody put in the chat, positive people. You want, hey Vera, thanks for tuning in all the way from Texas. You want to surround yourself with positive people. And in surrounding yourself with positive people, that's going to in turn help you to become more positive. So when you're surrounding yourself with positive people, I always say, I don't want to be around negative Nancy, and I don't want to be around Debbie Downer. I want to be around people that are positive, people that are doing positive things, people that are having positive input, people that are speaking a positive language, people that always look at the glass as half full and never half empty. So that's having a positive mindset. So if you have a positive mindset, you're more than likely to have a positive attitude. So you want to surround yourself with people that have a positive attitude. Then you want to fill your mind with positive input. The Word of God is always a place where you can find positive input to feed your mind with positive input. And as you're feeding your mind with positive input, you also want to be mindful of the language that you're speaking. I always tell people that, you can use a language that has a negative connotation, or you can use a language that has a positive connotation. So the example of that is, let's say that I wanted to lose some weight. So I could say I want to lose weight, or I can say I want to gain a slender figure. So with that, which one is negative? Which one is positive? Losing weight, is that negative or positive? Or gaining a slender figure, is that negative or positive? So in my mind, I don't want to lose nothing. I don't want to lose nothing. I want to gain. So if I say that I want to lose, that has a negative connotation to it. So I want to think about the language that I'm using when I'm talking about what it is that I want to do. So I don't want to lose anything. So with that, instead of me saying that I want to lose weight, I'm going to start changing my vocabulary, and I'm going to say I would like to gain a slender figure, because in gaining, that has a positive connotation to it. Am I making sense? Are we seeing the difference between negative language and positive language? So that will help us to work on our attitude. Just thinking about the language, thinking about the words that we are speaking out of our mouth, and thinking about how we convey what it is that we want. Because certain words just have a negative connotation to it. There can be another word that means the same thing but doesn't have that negative connotation. So as we are growing and as we are working on our attitude, we want to work on the language. We want to work on how we speak about ourselves and how we speak about people. Because when you're working on your attitude, your internal conversation with yourself is everything. So what am I saying to myself about myself? What am I saying to myself about other people? Am I speaking positively about them? Am I talking about what they can't do? Or am I saying, well, you might be in this situation now, but tomorrow it can turn around. Any moment it can turn around. Any moment you can have, do, and be something different. You can have, do, and be something different once you make up your mind that you want something different. So if it is to be, it's up to me. Somebody put that in the chat. Hashtag, if it is to be, it's up to me. It's up to me to change my attitude. It's up to me how I look at my day. It's up to me how I respond to the things that life throws at me. I can respond negatively or I can respond positively. The choice is mine. So I want to respond positively. So the next thing I want to do, I want to create a routine for my day. So as I am working on my attitude, when I create a routine for my day, that helps me to build boundaries, to build barriers, to build up various things in my life that I can have a positive attitude. So as I am creating a routine for my day kind of looks like, depending on what day it is, because I work out 3 days a week. So I work out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So let's go with Wednesday. That was yesterday. So a routine for my regular routine Wednesday will be, one, get up, spend time with the Lord. When I spend time with the Lord, it looks different every day. One day it could be just me praising Him and worshiping Him and listening to worship songs and singing songs unto the Lord. Another day it could look like me studying the scriptures. Another day it could look like me listening to some devotion on YouTube or something like that. So, but the bottom line is I am spending time with the Lord. So then after I spend time with the Lord, then I get up, have my smoothie, and then I work out. So I work out for 1 hour. And then thinking about the title and the quote in the beginning, it says, an attitude is almost like a muscle. You can choose to have a good one and find ways to exercise it and make it grow. So when I think about exercising, I remember back when the pandemic first started, and then I was doing some exercises at home, and my paper is blowing. And while I was doing the exercises at home, when we started off, my husband created a home gym. I could only lift like 3-pound weights. And it was a struggle to do a 15 rep of a 3-pound weight. And then after that, I went up to a 5-pound weight. And then I was like, okay, I'm doing 5 pounds. Then after that, I went up to a 7-pound weight. After that, I went up to a 10-pound weight. And so now today, 2 years later, during the pandemic, working out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I am lifting 12-pound weights when I'm doing my reps. So I feel very good and very accomplished by that. So I said all of that to say that as we're doing our routine, as we're going through our day, as we're thinking about being positive, there are certain things that we need to put in place just to make sure that those positive things are happening. So I'm still going over my routine. So after I have my prayer time, drink my smoothie, go and work out. Normally on Wednesdays, I work behind the chair. So I go to the salon and I work for a few days. Hey, LaShawna, thanks for tuning in. And then after I work from the salon a few days, I come home and I have my home routine. So that's normally what a Wednesday looks like for me. But when you have a routine in place, it makes it easier for you to stay on task, and it makes it easier for you to have a positive attitude. Because today our topic is all about having a positive attitude. And to have a positive attitude, we need to be intentional about working on our attitude. Once you figure out what your routine is going to be like, then be intentional about being nice to other people. I mean, some days in my mind when I leave the house, I'm like, I am going to compliment 10 people today. And that's what I made up my mind to do. So when I'm out and about, I say, oh, I like those shoes. Oh, I really like your hair. You walk past me, you smell so good today. And then some people are surprised that you are giving them a compliment, and they look at you like you got 2 heads. And then other people are just really excited. They just light up, and then they want to tell you about, oh, this old jacket. Oh, I bought this so many years ago from such and such, such and such. And just giving them a little giving them a little conversation kind of helps with their attitude. And then that in turn helps with your attitude. Giving somebody a compliment doesn't cost you anything, but it can be what they needed that day. You know, just talking to strangers could be just what they needed that day. So you want to be intentional about being nice to others. And then, you know what? When you are working on your attitude, you can't look at outside forces. You can't look at outside sources to help you be positive. Because you can be in a situation where there's negativity all around you, but you make a conscious decision to be positive. So when I make my conscious decision to be positive, that's the order of the day. I have set my thermometer, my thermostat. I have set my thermostat to positive. And no matter what comes at me during the day, I am going to be positive no matter what it is. So that's a choice that I made. And then create high points in your week and in your day. So you want to look at, well, this was a high point in my day, and you want to dwell on that, and you want to think about that, and you just want to thank God for those high points in your day. Thank God for those high points in your week. Thank God for the positive things that are happening in your life. So in working on your attitude, week number 50, we're going to do a really quick recap, because this 15 minutes goes so fast. I only got like 2 more minutes to go. So thank you guys for tuning in. I just cannot thank you guys enough. And so let's do a quick recap. Working on your attitude. When you're working on your attitude, the key to success is to have an attitude. A positive attitude. And I gave you guys a story. I talked about how when I had my salon and spa, I hired people with a positive attitude over people with experience. And let me elaborate on that a little bit. I hired people with a positive attitude over people with experience because I cannot help you change your attitude if you don't want to change it. that you need. I can help you get the skills. I can help you with your skill set. But with your attitude, that's a mindset. So when I'm dealing with people, when I had my salon and spa, and even today, working with people in my business and working with people in my ministry and my nonprofit organization, I want to be around people with a positive attitude. So that's why I hire attitude over experience, because I can always teach you the skills that you need, but I can't always help you change your attitude. That has to be something that you want to do. And in that, when you're working with people with a positive attitude, I want to be around people that are upbeat, that are motivated, that influence other people to do the same thing. So that makes a difference in your everyday life. So work on your attitude, work on being positive. And then next I said, surround yourself around positive people. We don't want to be around Debbie Downers or negative Nancy's. I also talked about controlling your language, what it is that you're saying, how you can use words that have a negative connotation or a positive connotation. I talked about being nice to people. You want to be nice to people and give them compliments and tell them how good they look, how much you appreciate what they did. It goes a long way. That's gratitude. So in being grateful and telling people what you're grateful about can really go a long way. So we want to exercise an attitude of gratitude. And then last but not least, I said don't want to rely on outside sources for your positivity. You want to be the positive one. You want to bring the light. You want to come into the room and make the room light up. Why? Because you're there. Why? Because you have a mindset of positivity, that you're working on your attitude so that you can be positive. Because you know what? When you're positive, that in turn helps other people to be positive. That in turn makes a better environment, and we all can flourish in a positive environment. So there we go. My 15 minutes is up, and I want to thank you for yours. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We are on week number 50. We have 2 more weeks to go for the 52 weeks. And then starting in May, I'll be doing something different. So starting in May, I will be doing what I'm going to call a book Bible study. And instead of 15 minutes of inspiration, it'll be 30 minutes of impartation. So we'll be going through my book trilogy series, and it'll be 30 minutes. We'll start that in May. We'll take the month of April off. April is New Beginnings Ministries 12th anniversary. Can y'all believe God has had us at this for 12 years? So we're excited about that. So for the month of April, we'll be focusing on our anniversary month, and then I'll circle back in May and get going with the book Bible study. So again, my time is up. I want to thank you for yours. I am Teresa S. McCurry, the CIO, Chief Inspirational Officer of Super T Inspires, and I'm also the Senior Pastor of New Beginnings and the CEO of Conquering COVID Network. Thank you for tuning in. What do I say at the end? I'm having brain fog right now. I say be blessed, but most of all, be inspired. Have a great day. Bye-bye.